You're not alone. Mackay Beeler is here to introduce us to an acclaimed alien expert who has compiled a field guide to out-of-this-world species you likely never knew existed. Many apparently, Mackay, hiding right here in plain sight on Earth, while others are only visible in photographs.
Do you believe aliens exist? Government insiders reveal the truth. For decades, the most common answer has been no. But when government insiders start testifying otherwise, you have to pay attention.
In the early 2000s, we have seen an increasing number of unauthorized and or unidentified aircraft or objects in military-controlled training areas and training ranges and other designated airspace. Reports of sightings are frequent and continuing.
Is this the evidence UFO believers have always needed, or another conspiracy in the making? Today, we are uncovering truths about UFOs that have been hidden for decades. Aliens are everywhere in the human consciousness. They feature in our movies, stories, art, and even our history. Most people believe they're just that, fiction, that the idea of intelligent extraterrestrial life and UFOs, or rather UAPs, are outlandish or even delusional. In the minds of the general public, UAP sightings and stories of alien abduction sit firmly in the sphere of modern myth. Reports of extraterrestrial contact continue to be dismissed as mass hysteria or collective hallucinations. And ufology gets sidelined as a pseudoscience where researchers can't access proper data because reports are either brushed off or classified. The popular perspective is that the chances of aliens visiting or even existing are so impossibly low that UAP reports can't be anything but wrong.
Suddenly and unexpectedly, the exercise is interrupted by an unknown presence.
But let's think about it for a second. There are over 10 septillion planets in the universe. That's 24 zeros. 50 sextillion, 21 zeros of those are potentially habitable. Of these, there could be as much as 60 billion in the Goldilocks zone, where you can find liquid water. These are the planets capable of supporting life as we know it. Microbial life, that is. Life adapted to harsh conditions like Earth's extremophiles. In a sense, the skeptics aren't wrong. An intelligent extraterrestrial species would most likely be a complex, multicellular creature, and the chance of there being one on each habitable planet is low. Take Earth, for example. Life has been around for 3.7 billion years, but human civilization is barely over 6,000 years old. That's approximately 1 in 600,000, a blip in the entire time scale of Earthling life. But though the chance of intelligent extraterrestrial life are small with the scale we're dealing with, it is not insignificant. And this is where things get interesting. If there are aliens, why haven't we seen them? Fermi paradox. In the summer of 1950, Enrico Fermi, an Italian-American physicist, asked the same question. Considering the lifetime of intelligent civilizations, the probability of habitable planets, and the feasibility of intelligent life, he concluded that Earth should have been visited many times by alien life with technology capable of interstellar travel. The reality, however, is that there is no concrete, widely accepted evidence for intelligent extraterrestrial life. The paradox is the high feasibility of intelligent aliens versus the great silence we face. There have been multiple hypotheses regarding this paradox. One is that interstellar civilizations have either not reached this region of the galaxy or consider it inefficient to colonize a relatively short-lived star like the sun. Another is that the existing intelligent life is not interested in interstellar travel or destroys itself as soon as it is technologically capable. But what if the problem is not them, but us? Human exceptionalism.
How many stars are there in the visible universe? 100 billion galaxies times 100 billion stars per galaxy. We're talking about a number beyond human imagination. And to believe that we're the only ones, I think, is rather ridiculous.
Centuries ago, we weren't willing to believe that animals could possibly be sentient. There was this view of humans having a special place in nature so deeply rooted that the idea that animals could possibly have a consciousness was disconcerting. Perhaps this bias is responsible for the subconscious denial of the possibility of alien life. If intelligent extraterrestrial beings existed, then humans couldn't possibly be the center of the universe any longer. So, what if rather than there being no aliens, we are actually ignoring the evidence? What if someone is hiding the evidence from us to prevent a mass panic? What government insiders say? Former Navy fighter pilot Ryan Graves agrees with that line of thought. In July of 2023, the UFO community went wild when Graves and two others testified under oath in Congress that UAPs exist, but are not officially reported.
As we convene here, UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew and commercial pilots, trained observers whose lives depend on accurate identification, are frequently witnessing these phenomena. The stigma attached to UAP is real and powerful and challenges national security.
The American gave an eerie report of a flying object that could remain stationary despite winds moving with the force of a hurricane. None of Earth's known technology could manage that. And indeed, it looked nothing like an aircraft of Earthling design. According to Graves, the object looked like a dark gray or black cube inside of a clear sphere, some 5 to 15 feet in diameter. He had the encounter in 2014, somewhere off the coast of Virginia. Graves' squadron reported the incident, but got no official acknowledgement of it. This is similar to the experience of retired Navy Commander David Fravor, who also gave his account of a UAP encounter in November 2004 in the same meeting with the House Oversight Committee.
I'd like to say that the Tic Tac object we engaged in 2004 was far superior to anything that we had on time, have today, or are looking to develop in the next 10 years. If we in fact have programs that possess this technology, it needs to have oversight from those people that the citizens of this great country elected in office to represent what is best for the United States and best for the citizens. I thank you for your time.
Fravor claimed he and 3 others discovered a Tic Tac shaped flying object with no rotors or wings above the San Diego coast in California. The object had an absurd flight pattern, dropping some 18 kilometers vertically before hovering over the sea in a manner none of Earth's technology could replicate. As he and another pilot tried to approach, it accelerated and disappeared from their sight. Upon reporting the event, however, there was no follow-up until several years, and even then, nothing was done according to the retired commander. If the U.S. government ignoring UAP reports from pilots surprised you, then the third report would probably have you leaping from your seat. In what seemed like a scene from a sci-fi thriller, the third whistleblower, David Grush, came out testifying that the U.S. government has alien artifacts and non-human biologics in custody.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, we are not alone.
We're definitely not
We
alone.
have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number. Some are landed, some are crashed. There's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral, and it's totally frightening.
Grush was a combat veteran and a former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer. From 2019 to 2021, he was a member of Pentagon's Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, where he investigated UAP reports. The former officer further claimed that he learned of a crash retrieval and reverse engineering program that has been underway in the U.S. for decades. And though he was denied access to the program, he was certain of its existence based on his interview with over 40 witnesses in 4 years, some still in the program as at the time of his testimony. He further claimed there was an active disinformation campaign to deny the existence of alien artifacts in custody, and that he's at times feared for his life as he's been targeted by administrative terrorism since he came forward. The retired major refrained from going into more detail, claiming he could only do so in a SCIF, a sensitive compartmented information facility. These are not the only instances of government officials coming out to tell the truth. Just recently in November 2025, Dan Farrow released his debut documentary, Age of Disclosure.
This is so secret. There have been very few people in our entire government that have been allowed or provided access to it.
Even presidents have been operating on a need-to-know basis.
People have been hurt protecting and hiding this information.
Some people claim it would cost them their lives if they spoke out about these things.
Information being locked away that could change the trajectory for a species.
This is the biggest discovery in human history.
After 3 years spent interviewing 34 members of the U.S. government, military, and intelligence communities. Among the interviewees are the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, former Pentagon insider Luis Elizondo, and UAP Task Force Director Jay Stratton. The documentary claims there's an 80 years long secret race where major nations attempt to reverse engineer advanced technology not built by human hands. This goes hand in hand with a global cover-up of non-human intelligent life. According to Farah, the question is no longer about whether UAPs exist, but what their purpose is. The shift. While Farah's sentiment is not yet universally accepted, testimonies like his have indeed brought a shift towards a less biased look at UAPs. The Society for UAP Studies, for example, is pushing the motion for making the study of UAPs an academic discipline. UFOs, unidentified flying objects, have recently been rebranded as UAPs, unidentified aerial or anomalous phenomena, with the goal of removing the stigma that comes with reporting UFOs. SETI and other organizations around the world have eyes on the stars searching for signs of extraterrestrial intelligent life, with programs like the Breakthrough Listen Project, searching for techno-signatures. The Congress hearing where Graves, Fravor, and Grush testified was a move for a more transparent approach to UAPS, citing them as a matter of national security. More recently, there's been a systematic declassification of previously inaccessible government UFO files. Sightings are no longer just swept under the rug of secret military projects, weather phenomenons, or device malfunctions. They are cataloged by bodies like All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO. So here we are. The data says life should be possible outside Earth. Our history says we're prone to ignoring what doesn't support us being the center of our universe. And intelligence officers and officials are saying there's more about UAPs that we don't know about. The narrative has gone from "it is not UFOs" to "we don't know what it is." While there's no globally accepted proof of the existence of UAPs, cracks are finally appearing on the wall of silence that surrounded this topic for decades. How about you? What do you think about the existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life and whether they visited? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And consider that if UFOs can befuddle science for decades, what else don't we know? Our next video shows science stumped yet again as reports surface of strange, unexplained marks appearing on people's bodies. What do they do? What do they mean? Watch our Robert Bernatowicz report next to find out more.